What's going on, guys? Your boy T Dave is back here with another tip, and today we're breaking down one of the best bunch defenses in Madden 20, a very simple but effective tactic that can be universally used in different formations. But first, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, hitting that bell in the top right corner so you know when I drop the hottest tips as we head into this Madden 21 season in a couple months. Alright, so let's get into it now. The formation we're looking at is 2-4-5. But like we said, this can be used out of different formations, things like nickel normal, things like big dime 2-3-6. I really like all these formations. But the reason I love this 2-4-5 and the reason I'm using the Vikings here is because it has the ability to utilize two pass rush chems or abilities in the inside. We like some speed on the outside, but like we like this Daniil Hunter in the middle with Everson Griffin. They have that pass rush ability, whether it's power specialist, finesse specialist, pass rush elite. And then we want two fast linebackers on the outside, which we have in Kendricks and Barr. Speed in those contains is important, and then at linebacker we put our safeties there. We like to have Harrison Smith and Curse for some user ability. And the play we're gonna do is corner blitz 3. And when you run this, you want to have that man align on, that auto flip on. So you can have your solo corner matched up with their solo receiver, and then have our slot corner matched up with their bunch side, and then you can flip and vice versa when they flip. And we're just going to have the offense run a couple of the most popular bunch plays here. We're going to come out in mesh post. And now with this defense, you want to pinch your defense down, so that's L1 or LB, and then down the left stick. And then you want to shade down, then shade up to put them in clouds, and then contain is your last step. And when it depends on what offense you're facing, what bunch setup, what concept you're facing. But versus something like a mesh post where we have that halfback wheel, I like to use her with this linebacker on the right side to watch that wheel route out of the backfield. And then this defense we're using on either of these linebackers, and it just depends on what the opponent is running. So if they're in something like this mesh post, we want to watch that side with the halfback on the backfield. And then the other linebacker would be for something if they ran like deep corner or slants and stuff over the middle. But let's take a look at this mesh post. We're going to use this backside halfback wheel. As you can see there, they really have nothing to throw. We got to throw to the running back. But the thing with this, I'm going to take a look at the replay. The 3-rec is really going to bite down on that hitch if you shade down. And if you shade up, the 3-rec will play that post. But our goal here is to use this halfback wheel, right? So we'll bite down on that. And then we jump back on the post back there, as you can see. But then the 3-rec just plays a phenomenal job over here on the hitch. But our user job is to guard from that wheel back to that post. It really stretches, covers the whole defense. The sidelines are covered. And say they're in something like verticals now, which is a very popular concept. Same setup now. We're going to man up that solo side. And they usually like to drag their solo receiver. And when we have him manned up, it's really going to be tough to throw that. And then with our user in the 3-rec, we just want to watch that deep crosser, that post route over the middle. I'm going to go ahead and just man him up so you get the idea of where our user would really be. But we're just guarding that middle with Harrison Smith here. And then there's really not going to be anything else for him to throw. I'm going to go ahead and click onto a D-tackle just so you get the idea here. But it's really just covering the middle, watching that crosser. As you can see, there's just really nothing open. We're going to guard that crosser, and then it's just easy coverage defense. That's one of the things I love about this is it gets such good sheds. Great coverage defense. We'll go ahead and run it one more time here. Set up the defense, pinch it, crash down, then crash, or shade down, then shade up. User on Harrison Smith here. Man up on the R1 so you get the idea. And it's just simple. I mean, they can throw that drag for 2 yards, but it's really not going to do much. We can get up that underneath stuff all day. We're fine with that with the way we like to play defense. And let's go ahead and break it down versus deep corner now, which we know is one of the most popular plays in Madden 20, one of the most popular concepts. But that's what it looks like when they go the delayed fade. And then versus this, I always like to use this 3-rec now because our goal here now is to come over and use her on that corner route and then bite back. And when we have that deep in route manned up, it's really going to be difficult to throw that in a window, especially if we have a great corner there with great man coverage. Can shade inside if we know it's coming, but our goal is to bite on the corner out and then slowly come back onto that dig and then watch the delayed fade at the end. Let's go ahead and take a look here and run it. And as you can see, there's really nothing. They try to hit that corner, we shaded outside as well. That's another thing we did, just so that it helps a little bit versus those corner routes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay here. And as you'll see, when we have that Harrison Smith now, we're just going to really watch this corner route from the jump. As you can see, we wait. Then when we start to see the zones bite down a tad bit on him, as you see there, then is when we start to bite back on that deep in route. And there's really not a great window to throw that if you're on offense. And then finally we would bite back down on that delayed drag. So just a lot of stuff. A really great coverage defense that covers all sides of the field. Really allows you to rely on your user over the middle. And then another thing I like about this is we can audible different things. Cover 3 cloud out of this is really effective. A great base defense. Something like Tampa 2 where we'd put the linebacker in a deep over the middle. And then we can man up that slot receiver or that slot corner on the slot receiver. But also those vert hooks right there. They play phenomenal in the slot. They press really good. So mixing up your coverages is always important. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you guys like this, comment, subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.